Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some Evansville Otters baseball inside Thomas More Stadium here in Florence, Kentucky, as the Evansville Otters take on the Florence Yolls in this middle game of a three-game set. I'm Riley Angel. Thank you so much for joining me here this Saturday night. Your Evansville Otters losers last night, 5-4 in 10 innings. We'll recap that real quick for you. Evansville sent out Parker Brahms to the mound. Boy, did he have a good one. He went 7 innings, allowing only 4 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 6, only walked 2. Evansville gave him some run support. They scored at 2 in the second, thanks to a J.J. Cruz RBI single and a pass ball, which Graham Brown scored on. Then later on in the game, in the seventh, a bit of insurance on a Graham Brown solo homer that just barely stayed fair. But Florence continued to battle in the bottom of the ninth. It was Michael Ballard with a two-run laser that cleared the left field wall to tie the ball game at three apiece. Evansville scored one in the top of the 10th, but couldn't get the job done, losing in walk-off fashion on a wild pitch in the bottom half of the 10th inning. That puts Evansville at 24 and 46 on this year. They are now in fourth place in the Central Division, 17 games back. Florence gains a game on Washington. Florence 29 and 39, 11 games back of first place. This Evansville team really looking for something positive here today. They are on a six-game skid currently. And again, last night, another heartbreaker that they just could not take home. One where they were leading for the majority of the ball game from the second all the way until the ninth, just couldn't hang on for their 25th win of the season. Evansville sends out Alex Canny to the mound tonight. Zach Westcott is going for the Florence Yolls. Westcott, this it has been in independent ball for quite some time. He's a Frontier League legend. Westcott, the Frontier League all-time leader in wins, starts, innings pitched, strikeouts. I mean, this guy has just been around for quite a long time. He's pitched in independent ball for 10 seasons, where over those 10 seasons, a 4.37 ERA, over 1,000 innings pitched, over 800 strikeouts. He has just been such an anchor to so many teams' rotations in independent ball, where a lot of times it is hard to find starting pitching. Evansville sending Alex Canny out on the mound for his first start in an Otters uniform. Originally, it was slated to be Tommy Shirley, but Alex Canny is getting the start here tonight. The man wearing number 46, his last time out was a relief appearance, and his only appearance so far this year, in which he went 1 2/3 against Lake Erie, struck out 2, walked 3, did not give up a run. So we'll see how he does here starting on the mound tonight for Evansville. He has started plenty in the past. His junior year of college with the Tampa Spartans, he made 19 starts and had an ERA sitting at 3.21. The year before that, he made 12 starts with a 2.44 ERA. When he transferred to Ole Miss in the SEC, he did not start all that much, only making 1 in 15 appearances and an ERA of 5.09. So it's not like he's not used to starting. So we'll see if he can do what some the other pitchers have been doing so far this week, and that is get a quality start. Parker Brahms and Braden Scott went back-to-back quality starts, so that is a good sign for this Evansville pitching staff. We'll take a quick look at these starting lineups. First for the home Florence Yolls. Dalen Thompson leads it off. He's in center field. Michael Ballard, the second baseman, bats second. Batting third, Anthony Brocato, the left fielder. Designated hitter Hank Zeisler cleans it up, followed by TJ Reeves, who's in right field. Brendan Bobo is at third base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Will Butcher, the first baseman. Henry Hunter, the catcher, batting eighth, and then rounding it out, the shortstop, Dylan Baker. For your Evansville Otters, it is as follows. Alex Schwartz leads us off. He is in center field, followed by Dennis Pierce. Then L.J. Jones, J.T. Benson, Logan Brown, Graham Brown, Keenan Taylor, J.J. Cruz, and Cohen Wilbanks. National anthem just about to get started. We'll be right back here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Zach Westcott has taken the mound here for Florence. He is the starter for these Florence Yoles here tonight. Westcott, this is his second team here in 2025, began the year with the Joliet Slammers before being released on the 4th of July, and then Florence picking him up just a couple days later on the 8th when he was signed. With Joliet, he had a 6.02 ERA, and it really struggled overall this year, though, of 4.88, as his last couple of starts here with Florence have been very good. Against his former team, he pitched 7 innings of scoreless baseball back in the beginning of July. His last time out against the Washington, he went 7 innings as well, only allowing 2, striking out 3, walking 4, so working through some traffic. Overall, in a Y'all's uniform, he has a 2.50, 2.25 ERA. We went through the lineup quite quickly, so let's go through the Evansville lineup. Again, Ellis Schwartz leads it off. He is the center fielder, followed by the third baseman, Dennis Pierce. DHing tonight, LJ Jones bats third. Cleaning it up, JT Benson over in right field. Logan Brown, the first baseman, is batting fifth, followed by Graham Brown, who's at second base here tonight. Keenan Taylor back in the lineup after an off day last night. He is in left field. Then JJ Cruz plays shortstop, and rounding it out, Cohen Wilbank, who is the catcher. The defense behind Westcott is as follows: Anthony Brocato in left, Dalen Thompson in center, TJ Reeves over in right. At third base, Brennan Bobo. At shortstop, Dylan Baker. At second base, Michael Ballard. Over at first is Will Butcher. And then behind the plate, Henry Hunter is catching Westcott here tonight. Evansville really looking for something positive here today, losing in walk-off fashion last night, in which the Yoles scored 2 in the ninth and then 2 more in the 10th to walk it off, and they walked it off on a wild pitch. Offensively, this Otters team was good last night. They had 12 hits and out-hit the Yoles overall. Just couldn't find a way to win the ball game. Here's Ellis Schwartz to lead it off here tonight in this one. Yeah, he does another beautiful day here in Florence. Westcott, the right-hander, looks in, sets, and delivers tonight's first pitch. In there for a strike. It's 0-1. 77 degrees again, our game time temperature. 77 last night as well. Just a beautiful past couple of days here at Thomas More Stadium. The 0-1 pitch swung on and tapped foul at the dish. 0-2. Schwartz had a multi-hit game yesterday. Could have had 4 hits, but 2 spectacular defensive plays early in the ballgame stolen. 2 of those went 2 for 5 total. Had a stolen base in there as well. Bumped up one spot to the leadoff man. Yesterday batted second. The 0-2 from Westcott. Swung on and missed, strike three. So Westcott collects his first strikeout, first batter of the game, first three pitches. That'll be Dennis Pierce. Westcott works exclusively out of the stretch. Right-hander stands on the far first base side of the slab. Now faces Dennis Pierce. Pierce now a season high on base streak for him at 14 straight games. The pitch. Bender just missing 1-0. Slow curveball as well. Just 62 miles per hour. Works with a fastball curveball change. Otters in their road gray uniforms as Westcott with the 1-0. Swung on, jam shot liner, base hit into right. So Dennis Pierce, not the hardest contact he's ever had, but a one-out single here in the top of the first, and make that on-base streak 15 games as it brings up L.J. Jones. Florence in their cream-colored uniforms here tonight. Red trim as well for them, red cap. The Otters this year in their gray uniform, just 2-11. See if they can flip that trend. Here's the first pitch to Jones, taken for a strike on the changeup, 0-1. Pierce at first, not a stolen base threat, has yet to attempt one this season. Westcott sets with his glove at the eyes. Kicks and fires. Swung on, soft fly ball into center. Back on it is Thompson. Medium makes the catch, 2 away. So quickly, 2 gone here in first inning. Now JT Benson. We saw this a lot last night. Evansville getting base runners early on in innings and not able to capitalize. Yesterday was the first 4 innings in which they got a leadoff single or a leadoff base runner. Not a leadoff base runner here in this first inning, but a 1-out runner as an advance. The pitch to Benson. Outside, it's 1-0. Wind about the same as last night. Crosswind from left to right. And last night's any preview, the ball will probably not fly too far out to left field again. The 1-0. Swung on, bounced foul wide of the third base coaching box. 1-1. So there were a couple of fly balls hit last night on both sides. Off the bat, looks like they were in trouble, but ended up medium deep. One off the bat of L.J. Jones that barely stayed, that I thought was no doubt about it gone. The 1-1. That one just missing on the inside corner, maybe a little high as well. 2-1. Also, just makes it more impressive that Graham Brown was able to go deep to left last night, as well as the 2-run homer to tie it in the bottom of the ninth by Michael Ballard. The pitch up high, pretty much the same spot, 3-1 now. Another good crowd here in Florence tonight. Almost full last night. Not quite that many people on a Saturday night. And pitch swung on, popped foul. That will go to one of those things. Turns into a souvenir. Counts full. This the middle game of this 3-game set. Bill looking to have a chance to win a series tomorrow. Payoff pitch. Just missing outside on the curve. So JT Benson reaches via the walk. Now runners on first and second here, top 1. No score as of yet. The Otters have not won a series quite a while. Not since the sweep of this Florence team back in the end of May or the end of June have they won a series. Pitch to Benson. Excuse me, it's Logan Brown now who takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Brown on the year, 274 league average, a couple of homers, 24 RBI. Does have 12 doubles. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, a little behind. Nothing in two. Just seems like Westcott, a different pitcher since signing here to Florence. Really struggled with Joliet up in Chicago, but since been down here in Kentucky, he has been near unhittable. The 0-2. Swung on, soft pop-up, foul territory, left side, gets into the seat. Staying 0-2. It's always interesting to see how the change of scenery can completely shift the performances of players. Westcott sets, runners on first and second, looks towards second, fires, missing outside, 1-2. Another slow curveball there, sitting around 60, mid-60s. First one he threw was 62. Boy, that's down there. Full shift on Brown. The 1-2. Inside, count evened up at 2 apiece. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Next one in. Swung on, grounded to second, fielded by Ballard. Toss over to first is going to be in time for the third out. So the Otters again get a couple of base runners, but can't capitalize. We now go to the bottom of the first. Evansville Strand 2. No score here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Alex Canny making his first start of the season here tonight. See how he does. The big right-hander did start a ton in college before going to Ole Miss in the SEC. His numbers his junior year as a Tampa Spartan, he had 19 starts, a 3.21 ERA. The year before that, 12 starts, 2.44, and before that, 10 starts, 2.76. 7 starts, 160. So he's started at a high level before, just hasn't started on a regular basis since his time with Tampa in 2024. And at Ole Miss, had 15 appearances, just 1 start, a 5.09 ERA. So maybe his stuff is best suited to be a starter as the right-hander faces Dalen Thompson to begin his ninth. Canny with the first pitch. Swung on, fouled off, and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Canny will sit high 80s, low 90s. The 0-1 outside. 1-1. Canny stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 235 pounds. Next off, ring into Thompson. Swung on in. 4-strike 3. Alex Canny with his first strikeout here tonight. German American Bank strikeout. Brings up Michael Ballard. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. Ballard, that clutch 2-run home run in the bottom of the ninth, a laser beam out to left. That tied it at 3 at the time. Forced extra innings, which Florence would eventually get the win. So 1-0 now. Missing outside, 2-0. Infield straight up, same with the outfield. Not a cloud in the sky here tonight. The pitch. Bounced it 3-0. Now we saw this a little bit in Kenny's relief appearance against Lake Erie. Was a bit of control issues. Had 3 walks in just an inning and 2/3. Did strike out 2 batters, but over the course of a start, don't want to have that high of a walk total. The 3-0. That one splits the play 3-1. During his time in the SEC, he had 5.1 walks, but all before that, 1.8, 1.6, 2.5. The 3-1. Way outside into the backstop. Canning walks Ballard, and that's the first base runner of the game for Florence. So it's interesting to see that he has struggled with command early in his tenure with Evansville and especially with Ole Miss, given that his track record didn't have him walk so many people, but this is the game of baseball. Now Anthony Brocato, big slugger, the pitch. In there, 0-1. Brocato, 14 homers, 41 RBI. Has walked 17 times this year, 318 the average. OPS up and over 1100 at 1165. Next one in. Swung on, popped it up, foul territory, first base side. It gets out of play. Broke his bat as well, so he'll receive some new lumber. If you need lumber, you can find it at Niehaus Lumber, proud sponsor of Evansville Otters baseball. 0-2 the count. 1 away. Infield double play depth. Runner on first base is Ballard. The pitch to Brocato. Missing outside, 1-2. Time you wonder, especially when he misses that wide with the fastball. He's maybe trying to overthrow it. That's why he's walking so many guys, yanking the ball a little bit. Next one in. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Brocato goes down swinging. Second German American Bank strikeout for Alex Canny. Now it's Hank Zeisler. Zeisler, 18 homers, 64 RBI, has walked over 50 times this year at 51. The pitch inside, 1-0. And again, there's that glove side miss on the fastball. On at 90 miles per hour, and had Zeisler leaning back. The same miss every time, down and way down and into a lefty, way down and away to a righty. The 1-0. Inside on the fastball, but called a strike. 1-1. Small lead at first, now inching a little further in Ballard. He takes off, and now he's picked off. Throw to first is Not going to be in time as they call a balk on Canny. So Ballard took off towards second, fell, tried to get back to first, and while Canny stepped off and threw over, a balk was called by Matsuda, and now Ballard stands 180 feet away, 90 feet closer on second base. So a bit of a mistake there. Count 1-1 still to Zeisler. Here it is. That one splits the middle. 1-2 again on the fastball. That's three straight fastballs to Hank Zeisler, one of the more dangerous hitters in this league. Slight pull shift on him with Graham Brown at second, playing in shallow right. Canny sets with his hands belt high. The pitch. Down and away. Briefly gets away from Wilbanks, but recovers and no advance. 2-2. 325 down the line here at Thomas More Stadium. Pretty much 400 dead center. And the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outer edge. Alex Canny with 3 German-American bank strikeouts here in this first inning. Strands the runner on second base. We now go to the second. No score here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Top half of the second inning. Zach Westcott will face Graham Brown to begin this top half of the second. Graham Brown last night hit his 9th homer of this season, just staying fair around the left field foul pole. No score, top half of the second as he bats now. Facing Zach Westcott, who pitched around a couple of batters with the pitch. Curveball breaking a little too much outside. 1-0. He walked one, gave up a hit in the first, did Westcott, but did not allow a run to score. The next one in. Another slow curve missing outside. 2-0. Now that's what you call little Uncle Charlie. Low, big breaking curveball. Westcott kicks, fires, swung on, hard grounder to short, gobbled up by Baker. Throw to first across in time for the out. 1 away. When he sits, mid to high 80s on the fastball, if he tunnels it correctly, he can really pull some hitters as Keenan Taylor stands in. Keenan, day off yesterday, played pretty much every single night in left field this year as the pitch is outside on the fastball. 1-0. So sometimes you just need to give your legs a break, and that's what they did. Back out in left field tonight. One of the better hitters in the Evansville lineup, an all-star starter this year in the Frontier League. The 1-0. missing high above the letters, 2-0. To date, 293 average, 850 OPS, 8 homers, 41 RBI, has walked 22 times. Westcott far first base side of the slab. Couple of steps, now kicks, fires. Swung on and he popped him up on the infield. Should be playable on the left side by the third baseman Bobo, who makes the catch with his feet fully engrossed on the infield grab. 2 away. Westcott quickly working through this Evansville lineup here in the second inning. Now J.J. Cruz bats. Cruz an RBI single yesterday, total went 1 for 5. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off, slicing to the left. 0-1. Cruz been one of those guys where he's pretty much as consistent as it gets. A free swinger, some pop. Give you 1 for 4 pretty much every night. The pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. 8 homers total on the year. Just to tell you how much of a free swinger he is. He's only walked 7 times this season. 4 homers than walks. 1-1. Swung on in a soft fly ball into shallow left. Racing in on it, drove Cotto, calls everyone off, makes the catch. And 3 up, 3 down go the Otters. We now go to the bottom half of the second. Still no score here in Florence. You're listening on 9WI on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Bottom half of the second, no score here in Florence. Alex Kinney back out on the mound for a second inning of work. Walked 1, struck out 3 in that first inning. He will face TJ Reeves, Brendan Bobo, Will Butcher, who are the 3 due up for Florence. Another great start to a ball game by an Evansville starter. We've seen it the past 2 nights with Braden Scott, who got into a little trouble in the first, but worked out of it in great fashion as the first pitch to Reeves. In there for a strike, 0-1. Saw it last night with Parker Braum. Now tonight, 3 strikeouts for Kenny to begin his evening. Hands sit just below the belt. Set. Fire. Swung on, tapped the foul of the dish, 0-2. Reeves has had a good season overall against Evansville. Last night struggled a little bit, but the Otters team knows how dangerous he can be. In a Florence squad, a lot of really good offensive pieces of the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 4. German American Bank strikeout for Alex Kinney. That's been all his outs he's collected so far. Boy, he's looking sharp. Dotted that fastball in the outside corner, got a chase. Now Brendan Bobo third baseman tonight. Bobo left-handed hitter. The pitch. Swung on, line drive into center, playable, and coming is Schwartz, makes the catch, 2 gone. So a quick 2 outs for Canny here in the second. Now Will Butcher. Butcher has struggled with the bat, limited opportunity, 208 the average, OPS of just 477. 2 RBIs for him though. Walked twice. The pitch. Takes high. For ball, 1-0. Seating here in Florence on the left side, right to about halfway down the left field line. And on the right side, as Canny comes to the plate, in there, 1-1. On the right side of the infield, going just past first base bag, just about at the edge of the infield third. But a full lawn, kids area, turf lawn area, really, down the right field line. The 1-1. Missing outside, 2-1. Multicolored seats as well. It's blue right behind the dish, green behind the dugout, yellow the rest of the way down the right side, yellow about halfway down the left side, with red down the rest of the way. The 2-1 pitch. Up and in, had him leaning back, 3-1. We'll say the kids here decked out, got a chance to walk around it. And before this ball game, it's 3-1, catching the outside half, 3-2. Have not a full half court, pretty much full half court. Basketball, that is. Down in the kid zone. Kona ice truck. That lawn I was talking about, the 3-2. Up and in, ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Canny. The playground down there as well. There's about 2 sets of cornhole boards down there, and up here on the party deck, there's 2 sets as well. So 4 total cornhole games could be being played at the exact same time here in Florence. Runner on first now as Henry Hunter stands in the pitch, catching the inside corner, 0-1. Over at first, just walking Will Butcher, bottom half of the second. No score as of yet. Canny, quick pickoff move, a little high, but corralled by Logan Brown. Back with a dive with Butcher. Next one in from Canny. Swung on, foul taped into the mid of Wilbanks, 0-2. Canny's doing a good job of attacking the strike zone with all of his stuff. Fastball has elevated to 90-91 now. Secondary stuff seems to be working as well. Florence hitters a little off balance through this first time through the order. The 0-2 inside, 1-2. There is a shadow over top of the home plate area, so maybe that affects him a little bit. It doesn't fully cover, really not as much if it was fully covering the home plate area. But maybe enough. Canny delivers down low, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Slight pull shift on Hunter. Pitch. Swung on and he popped him up very shallow left center. Back on it, Graham Brown, but in on it comes Ellis Schwartz, who makes the grab. Never mind, he dropped the baseball. Here comes the first run in from Florence. He's going to score on a headfirst dive. Ball gets away from Wilbanks, and Henry Hunter gets into second. So a pop fly dropped in right center, shallow right center, allowing a run to score all the way from first. And it's 1-0 Florence on what should have been out number 3 here in the second. Man, who's in a tough area. But boy, that is a ball that should have been caught. It was in Ellis Schwartz's glove and it popped out. So 1-0 Florence here in the bottom of the second. On the error by Ellis Schwartz. First pitch to Baker. Swung on, grounded to third, fielded by Pierce. Throw across the diamond, no trouble. Out number 3. So Florence gets one on an error. Now go to the third, 1-0, y'all. 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Top half of the third, 1-0 Florence taking the lead on a single from Henry Hunter. Error on a throw from JT Benson brings the run in. So 1-0 the score. Florence on top as it'll be 9-1-2. Cohen Wilbanks, Ellis Schwartz, and Dennis Pierce, the 3 due up. Zach Westcott has done a good job through the first 2 frames. The new glove will be given to the first baseman Butcher. Wilbanks yesterday had a knock in his return to the lineup. Overall, he went 1 for 3, a 324 average on the season. The pitch, that one missing outside. 1-0. Whenever he's in the lineup, gives competitive at bats. And that 324 average is the next one. Swung on, fought foul down the left side, 1-1. That average tells you he's good for a hit pretty much every night. Had a good season offensively. Again, was listed as the emergency catcher once Logan Brown returned, and Justin Felix not feeling 100%. He's been activated. The 1-1 swung on, fouled off again, 1-2. And he's done a good job, at least in his 1 game returning. Still no extra base hits on the year for him. All of his knocks have been singles. No doubles, no triples, no homers. But I guess a 324 clip is pretty good no matter how you get it. Westcott set hands at the eyes. Kicks, fires. Swung on, soft tapper back to the mound. Westcott fields, sets his feet, throws, and it is not going to be in time as dropping the ball was Butcher. Safe was Wilbanks. Going to be an infield single for Wilbanks. To another leadoff hit for the Otters. Again, last night, started the first 4 frames with leadoff base runners, all of which were leadoff hits. no streak of that magnitude tonight. But we'll see if Evansville is able to tie it up. With the top of the order, too, here's Ellis Schwartz. First pitch that he sees. Squares around, places a bunt down, but it's right to Westcott, who catches it on the line. Throw to first, not going to be close. So Schwartz looked to put down a sacrifice bunt, but popped it right back to the pitcher. There's one away. Now Dennis Pierce. Pierce singled in the first inning, so a stress-free day for him, extending that 15-game on-base streak. The pitch inside beamed him. So Pierce wears this slow curveball, 64 miles per hour, probably one of the easier hit-by pitches you'll come across at the pro level. Now runners on first and second. Can't imagine. And if you're going to get hit by a pitch, can't imagine you're too upset about getting hit by a 60-mile-per-hour curve. Now that is a couple of times now that he's been hit in the past 3 games. Pierce has been hit 3 times. Here's L.J. Jones, first one in. High, 1-0. Jones flew out to center his first time. Tying run stands at second, 1-0 to score. Y'all's in front, top 3. The pitch. Swung on a hard liner down the third base line, but well fouled. Count 1-1. This was kind of what Evansville had last night a bunch. They had runners on, plenty of opportunities, but weren't able to catch in. Obviously, they only had really one opportunity tonight as the 1-1 in. Swung on and foul down the third base side, way in front of that 62-mile-per-hour curve. In the first inning, they had the same situation, except it was 2 outs runners on first and second. Weren't able to come through there. Now the question is, do you throw him that curveball again, or don't want to speed up his bat? Because, boy, LJ was way out in front of that one. The 1-2, missing up and away on the fastball. 2-2. And the next pitch in to Jones. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Took out a breaker that time. That one, the changeup that Jones was out in front of. Second strikeout for Westcott there in a pretty big spot. Now JT Benson stands in, 2 away, 2 runners on. Top of the third, 1-0 Florence. Benson walked his first time. Westcott out of the stretch, the pitch. Swung on and he skies it in the air to left, but well playable. Medium deep under it, Brocado makes the easy grab for out number 3. So the Otters get 2 on, but can't capitalize. They strand 2 runners again. Go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Florence, your 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812 464 7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Bottom half of the third, 1-0 Florence. Alex Canny still on the mound. He will face 9-1-2. The 3-2 up here in Florence. It'll be Dylan Baker, Dalen Thompson, and then Michael Ballard. Come on, it's 1-2-3. Dalen Thompson stands in. Thompson struck out his first time. The pitch. That one finds his own. It's 0-1. Part of a first inning where Alex Canning struck out all three outs that he got. Did have one walk, which prevented the 1-2-3 clean striking out at the side. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, line drive into center. Back on it is Schwartz. Makes the catch with a little bit of a hop. One away. So a quick out here in the bottom of the third. Brings up Michael Ballard. Ballard walked in the first inning. Did not score. Reached second on a ball, but nothing came of it. The pitch. That one missing inside. 1-0. Slight wind out to right now. Canny works out of the stretch, fires. Curveball, tried to front door him, but missed a little bit too much up and in. 2-0. Next pitch in. Swung on, fouled back. 2-1. Schaumburg and Mississippi were finally able to get their game in. They had been rained out 2 straight nights. Schaumburg beating them the first game of their doubleheader 7-6. Playing the second one now, where it's 1-0 Mississippi in the bottom of the first. The 2-1 now from Canning. Catching the outer edge for a strike. It's 2-2. Full slate of Frontier League action today. Washington over top of Lake Erie now, 2-0. It's a big win for them last night, that for Washington. Going to get ever closer to Lake Erie. They're now just 2 games back of first place Lake Erie. Here in the second half has seemingly taken control of the Central as the 2-2. Swung on, grounded to third, fielded by Pierce. Throw across the diamond. Ballard hustling, but it's in time by a couple of steps for the second out. 1-0 Florence. Bottom half of the third inning. 2 away here in this third. Man, it just makes you wonder if Evansville hadn't gone on a streak beginning of July, really the entire month of July. Even though it's a really hard month, just what it could have been. Evansville at 1 point as the first pitch to Brocato is swung on and grounded off the ankle of Canny and ricochets into left field for a hit. So a hard hit single from Brocato on the ground, ricocheted off the ankle of Canning into left. Seems to be okay, no limp for him. So 1 point this year. Evansville was as close as a game and a half back of first place. Which, looking back now, seems like a long time ago, but still just tells you how much in the mix this Otters team was at the beginning of the year. pitch swung on, grounded through the right side of the infield for a hit. Zeisler gets on the first pitch he sees. It's back-to-back two-out singles now for the Y'all. Brings up TJ Reed. Now the closest, you look back and we see back on June 7th, they were only 2 games back up first, and now, beginning of August, crazy what a couple of months does, they hit 17 games back and in 4th place. First pitch to TJ Reeves is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Runner on first is Zeisler, on second for Okada. 2 away, 3rd inning, 1-0 Y'all. Canny with the pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Fielded by Cruz, and he boots it off the heel of the glove. Everyone's safe. So a second Evansville error in 3 innings. Now bases are loaded. The crazier part about this is instead of batting practice today, Evansville using their on-field time for infield drills to try and strengthen the fielding and also hit fly balls that are outfielders, shallow ones like that. As pitch to Bobo with the bases loaded is inside, 1-0. Just hard to fathom. An E6 against J.J. Cruz, bases juice, 1-0. Y'all's in front. The pitch. Swung on, slice foul, 1-1 the count. This is a big spot for Canny here, as it could easily get out of hand from this spot. Could have gotten out of the second with no runs, possibly here with no runs, still no runs yet in the 3rd. As the 1-1 pitch swung on, fouled back, 1-2. On first is Reeves, on second Zeisler, on third is Brocado. Left-handed batter Bobo is 0 for 1 today. He flew out to Schwartz his first time an inning ago in the 2nd. The 1-2. High. It's 2-2. Now Canny has shown his ability to get the strikeout. That's 4 on the night so far. To be a big one here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded, bottom 3, 1-0 Y'all. The pitch out of the stretch. Swung on, line drive, left field line, but foul. This is kind of what has been Evansville's downfall. They're shooting themselves in the foot at times, especially these last 2 innings. The 2-2. Missing just low on the slider. Canny thought it was strike 3, and it's full now. Now starting to get into it. Payoff pitch. 2 gone, bottom 3, bases loaded, nowhere to put them. Here it is. Swung on, line drive down the left field line, slicing. That's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second. The third will be held at third. It skips up and over the bullpen wall down the left field line for a ground rule 2 RBI double. Brendan Bobo with 2 ribbies. And now they're on second and third, 3-0 Florence. And Canny should have been out of this inning a couple of batters ago. Here comes Max Peterson to talk to his thrower. 3-0 the score. Man, just that couple of innings without a defense. Canny should have been out of this inning without allowing a run. That one softly hit Looper down the left field line that got down and skipped up and over the bullpen wall. Makes you really realize how big at times errors can be. Now instead of down one, down three against the guy in Westcott who threw the first three has looked really good tonight. Here's Will Butcher, the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul, third base side. It's 0-1. Butcher walked in his first split appearance. Infield straight up, then with the outfield against Butcher. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off the opposite way. And overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. So a rough first third of this ball game. Danny trying to get out of this third inning without any more damage allowed. Fires in. Missing down and away. It's 1-2. Ryan Wiltsey is up and moving around in the bullpen, but no one's throwing. Montova is up and standing with him. Montova is available. It's off 14 day. Here's the 1-2. It's low. Did he go around? He did not, says Brennan Boucher over at first. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Bottom of the third, two runners on, 3-0 Florence. Canny delivered. Swung on, broken bat right back up the middle. Charging at the second baseman Brown. Throw over to first is going to be in time for out number 3. So we now go to the fourth. Florence 3, Evansville nothing here on 96.9 WI on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Zach Westcott back out there for the top half of the fourth. Has not allowed a run yet against Evansville. He's stranded 4 total base runners. It'll be Logan Brown, Graham Brown, and Keenan Taylor, the 3 that are due. Florence has 3 runs on 4 hits. They have not committed an error through the first 3. Evansville with no runs on 2 hits. They have committed 2 errors through the first 3. Logan Brown 0 for 1, grounded out to second in the first inning. The left-hander awaits the first pitch from the righty, and Westcott squares around, pulls back, and takes a strike 0-1. Infield playing slightly up the middle. The pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Fielded by Westcott, tossed to first. And that's going to be out number 1. Now Graham Brown. Brown grounded to short in the second inning. Top of the 4th, 3-0 the score. Florence in front. And the pitch. Swung on, grounded through the left side of the infield for a single. Graham Brown with another hit, complementing his 3-hit day from last night. The 1-out base runner now for Evansville. Keenan Taylor will come to the dish. Taylor 0 for 1. The pitch is down and away for a strike. 0-1 the count. Westcott sets, looks towards first, and now fires in. Up and in. Oh, excuse me, 1-1. Evansville looking to capitalize and win. They have stranded 4 base runners tonight already through the first 3 innings. Pitch swung on, popped him up foul territory left side, and running out of room over there will be Bobo. It falls into the stand. Count 1-2. And here's the 1-2. Swung on, fought off foul the opposite way, this time down the right-hand side. It bounces foul. Keenan Taylor has been so consistent. Bit of a lump right now for him. At average at one point, this year was up in the 320s, now down to 293, which still is phenomenal. As the 1-2 pitch, down and away, bounced in the left-handed batter's box, 2-2. Just hopefully he's able to come back, get to that form we know he can be in. When he is on, boy, he is hard to stop. 2-2. Swung on, grounded hard, third base side foul. Count stays. Taylor having a good battle here. J.J. Cruz on deck. After him would be Cohen Wilbanks. Taylor sets on the right-hand side. Westcott does the same. The pitch. Swung on, high fly ball down the left field line. Twisting foul. Taylor launched that one, but well foul. Keenan Taylor with a really good at bat here against Westcott. Graham Brown over at first. Very small lead for him. Starting to inch a little bit further. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Back in and play by Baker. Throw to second in time. Turn from Ballard is not going to be in time. So just a fielder's choice and a pretty good backhanded play by Baker. And now it's J.J. Cruz with 2 away and a runner on first. Cruz 0 for 1 flew out to left field and is the first at bat. Left-handed hitter is Cruz. Pull shift on him. The pitch. Low curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Second baseman Ballard playing shallow right. The shortstop Baker playing basically up the middle, just left of the second base pad. Bobo at third away off the line. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded to first, snagged by Butcher, stepped in the bag himself for the easy out. So the Otters get a hit but can't do anything with it. We go to the bottom of the 4, 3-0 Knowles here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Bottom half of the 4, 3-0 Florence in front of Evansville. Henry Hunter, Dylan Baker, and Dalen Thompson, the three that are due. Alex Caney has pitched well through 3 innings. Those 3 runs, only one of them being earned. It's just been a tough go at it defensively for Evansville here tonight. Here's left-handed hitter Henry Hunter. The Y'all's backstop awaits the first pitch from Caney and takes it outside for a ball, 1-0. And now with Evansville struggling offensively, you just hope that the defense is able to pick it up a little bit as the 1-0 is outside 2-0. Behind Canning, again, has pitched well. He deserves no run. The error by Cruz would have been out number 3 of that third inning in the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and the error in the second inning also would have been out number 3 of that inning. So just been a weird one here this evening. Caney the 2-1. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Now there are some Evansville Otters throwing in the bullpen. Nolan Phoebe warming up. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. Another German-American being strikeout. That's his 5th of the night. There's one away here in the 4th. Now Dylan Baker, the shortstop. Baker has struggled offensively. Got a hit last night in their walk-off win. 0 for 1 tonight, a 167 average entering today. The pitch outside. Again, just not a big sample size for him. Being a really good shortstop from what we've seen so far this series. The 1-0. Swung on in a soft fly ball in the shallow center. In on it, Ellis Schwartz. He makes the grab. 2 gone. Sometimes when you're in the lineup, Baker jogs off and Thompson comes to play. You play a good, solid defense at a premier spot like shortstop, center field, and catcher, that's all you need to do. That's why even in the big leagues, maybe not so much in center field anymore, but catcher and shortstop, sure, the first pitch to Thompson. Down low, 1-0. When you're a good hitting catcher or a great hitting shortstop, there's such a high value to that. The big league level at any level of baseball, really. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a hard hit single for Thompson. His first of the night. It's a 2-out hit for Florence. The inning is fifth. And that's why guys like Francisco Lindor just command so much money. An all-star hitter plays a great defensive shortstop as well. It's just a tough spot to play. Michael Ballard, runner takes off, takes ball 1. Throw down from Will Banks is not going to be in time. Thompson with a stolen bag. Now runner in scoring position for Florence. And in center field, I mean, you have some pretty good hitting center fielders now. Aaron Judge has played center field. The New York Yankees, I don't know if that's his best position, but he has. Here's the 1-0. That one's tied, 2-0. Guys like Mike Trout, when it's prime, putting up insane offensive seasons and playing an above average to elite center field. They command so much money. Put star power at those positions. The 2-0. Swung on, fouled back. It's 2-1. We've been going back in the past. Guys like Alex Rodriguez, when he played at shortstop before going to the Yankees. Here's the 2-1. Never mind. Kenny steps off. Ballard is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out the pitch. That one finds his own 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0. Gulls in front. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Count stays. Runner on second base, still Thompson. Got there after a single and a stolen bag. Danny sets, hands just below the belt. Out of the stretch he worked. Fires. Swung on, hard line drive down the left field line, but hooking foul. Danny has not been afraid to attack hitters either. He's getting swings and misses, but the positive thing right now is, yes, he's walked 2, but he's staying around the zone. When in his first outing, the walk looked like an issue. 2-2. That one just missing outside. 3 into the count. You're able to sure up that strike zone. The starter can have a lot of success in this league. Walks that get you in a ton of trouble in the Frontier League. That's when you get those big numbers. It's the payoff. Swung on, soft liner down the left field line. That's going to get down for a hit. Thompson's going to come in and score easily. On his way to second is Ballard. He gets there standing. So an RBI double for Michael Ballard. And it's 4-0 Florence now. Here comes Max Peterson to the mound. We'll see if this is it for Canny. Phoebe is still warming up. And that will be it. So Nolan Phoebe will come into the ball game, and Alex Canning exits. When we come back, we'll talk more about Phoebe here on 96.9 WY on the Audience Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com.
So Nolan Phoebe enters as Alex Caney exits after 3 2/3, giving up 5 hits, striking out 5, only walking 2. He has 3 earned runs to his name, currently 4 runs total. He is responsible for the runner on second base in Ballard. Phoebe will face Anthony Brocato to begin his outing. Phoebe this year has been solid. He really struggled his last time out against Lake Erie, which he didn't get an out. Gave him 3 hits and 3 runs, but overall in the year, 3.81 ERA and 23 appearances, and pitched in 28 1/3. We can go a couple of innings if you really need him to. Phoebe's first pitch to Brocato is in there for a strike, going 1. Brocato 1 for 2. Phoebe agreeing with Wilbanks behind the dish, sets with his hands just above the belt, the 0-1. Way outside, 1-1. Wasn't really walks either like that. Phoebe in trouble, just a ton of hard contact that Lake Erie had against him his last time out on July 30th. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hard line drive into center. In on it, Schwartz makes the catch. We're out number 3. So that ends the 4th. We now go to the 5th. 4-0 Florence here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Top of the fifth inning, Evansville trails 4-0 here against the Yalls. It'll be Cornwell Banks to bat here in this top half of the fifth. Zach Westcott still on the mound. He has been very good this year here in Florence and has been good so far tonight. In a tough game for Evansville, they've given up runs now in each of the last 3 innings. Will Banks awaits the first pitch. It is taken for a ball outside. 1-0. Will Banks again activated from being the emergency catcher yesterday and having a good first outing. The pitch swung on, fouled back, and it's 1-1. We'll see what moves are made after Felix feels back 100%. If they decide that Logan Brown should be the everyday first baseman, or if they put Tonal Banks back at the emergency catcher, we will see. So 1-1. Swung on, slicing line drive left center field. That's going to split the gap and bounce up against the wall. Will Banks on his way to second. He's going to get there standing. Holds there. And believe it or not, that is Will Banks' first extra base hit of the year. And it's a leadoff double here in this top of the fifth. So that's good to see. Really nice contact from Will Banks into the left center gap. Gets another hit. It's first of the night. It'll be Ellis Schwartz to bat. Schwartz now works with the runner in scoring position, and that really sets it up nicely for Evansville's offense, that Will Banks double, as he is a 9-hole hitter, so it flips the page. The pitch to Schwartz. It drops in there on this slow curve, 0-1. Schwartz is 0 for 2. He popped out and struck out. Last time on the pop out, he tried to place a bunt down, but popped it straight up. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul, first base side. It's 0-2. Nothing into the count. Time called by Schwartz. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. And the pitch. Missing outside, 1-2. Evansville would really like to come back, give themselves a chance to win their first road series of the year. Crazy to look back and think that the team has yet to win a series on the road this season. The 1-2. High. 2-2. Well, they are above 500 in home series. They are 6-5 at home in series played. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 4-0 to score. The pitch. Outside. Counts full. No one's up and throwing yet for Florence. No one throwing for Evansville either, so we'll see TV again in the bottom half of this fifth. Here's the payoff from Westcott. Outside, ball 4. So Schwartz reaches via the wall. Can now runners on first and second for Dennis Pierce. Still nobody out here in the fifth. This is a big spot for Evansville now. They cannot afford to waste this opportunity. They've left 5 runners stranded so far tonight. First pitch to Pierce. Squares around, puts a bunt down third base side, foul. Nothing in 1 to count. Pierce squaring around. That surprises me given how good Pierce has been with a bat in his hands. You understand? You want to try and break the seal, get a run, and manufacture that. But Pierce, throughout the season, been your most consistent bat since he's been signed. The 0-1 swung on, fouled off, 0-2. No bunt there. Oh, 2 the count. Pierce has reached both times he's been to the plate, a single and a hit by pitch. Westcott delivers. Swung on, fouled off again to the right. So the count stays 0-2. The next pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to right. Slicing towards the line. Over to it. Reeves. He's not going to be able to get it. It bounces up against the wall. Will Banks on his way around third, heading home. He's going to score with a slide. Now runners on second and third. So an RBI double for Dennis Pierce, his 24th RBI of the year. Scoring Will Banks from second and Schwartz going to third. So Evansville finally on the board here in the top of the 5th. Still nobody out with L.J. Jones up, representing the tying run. So this is a big chance for Evansville to have a big inning, get right back into this ball game. Jones 0 for 2 tonight. The pitch. He takes for a strike on the outer edge. Nothing in 1. JT Benson on deck. Pitch. Outside. 1-1. So the Otters finding something here against Westcott here in the 5th inning. Again, still nobody warming up for Florence. Even anyone up and stretching. Pitch. Swung on, sliced in the air to right. Under it is Reeves. He will make the catch. This should score 1. As here comes the runner in Schwartz. He's speedy. He'll get there standing. Also advancing is Pierce to third. So a sacrifice fly for L.J. Jones makes it now just a 2-run game. 4-2. Runner on third, only 1 away. And it's JT Benson. Benson 0 for 1. He walked back in the first, flew out to left in the third. The pitch. Outside. Even if the Otters only just score this next run, Pierce be a lot better mentally. The pitch. Swung on, grounded foul, third base side. 1-1. And being 4 back, Westcott, good as he had been, and has been. It's really tough to go down 4, especially the way they've done it. A couple of errors, unearned runs. But now, right back into the swing of things. 1-1 pitch. That one a strike, 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes, and an out. Westcott set, looks in, and fires. Swung on, back to the backstop it goes. Count stays at 1-2. Fifth inning, 4-2 Y'alls, only one away and a runner on third for Evansville. The pitch. Missing just inside. It's 2-2. Infield straight up, same with the outfield here. Scott looks towards Dennis and now fires in. Swung on and missed, strike three. Boy, what a big strikeout there for Zach Westcott. That's his third of the night, and now it's Logan Brown who's 0 for 2. Trying to score in that run, which is just 90 feet away over at third, and Dennis Pierce. First one into Logan Brown. Skips away from the catcher. Here comes Pierce. He's going to score easily. 4-3 now, just a one-run ball game. So Hunter just couldn't quite handle that one behind the plate. A wild pitch will go down as. So now, game completely flipped. Evansville just one back, 4-3 to score. The 1-0 here to Logan Brown. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Good to see this fight from Evansville here in this inning. The pitch swung on, fouled back, and it's 1-2. Brown, left-handed hitter. Westcott fires into him, the 1-2. Swung on, high fly ball, pretty well struck down the right field line, twisting and foul. Boy, really good swing there from Logan Brown, just a little early on it. Certainly had the distance, just hooked a little too much. Time called by Brown. Now steps back into the left-handed side. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, bounced up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop Baker, throw to first, no trouble. So that ends the inning, but Evansville does get three back on a couple of hits from Pierce and then a sacrifice fly from L.J. Jones. We now go to the bottom of the fifth, 4-3 Florence in front here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com.
Bottom half of the fifth inning, 4-3 Florence in front, but Evansville with 3 runs in the top half of this inning. Phoebe still in the pitch, looking to lock down this Florence offense. Get the Otters bats back up after a very good fifth inning of their own. Here's Hank Zeisler. The pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, a strike, nobody out. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the air to left. Back on it is Taylor, nearing the line, and he slides, makes the catch. Taylor, a nice play down the left field line for the first out here in the fifth inning. That's going to feel good for him. Again, he has been so good in the outfield this year, and as a converted infielder, about as good of a play as see him make. Here's TJ Reeves. Pitch to Reeves is taken at the knee, 0-1. Phoebe, I know he's only faced 2 batters, but first 2 batters he's faced, he's gotten to fly out. Like his stuff is a little sharper here tonight. The 0-1. Low. 1-1. Infield straight up. Huge hole up the middle. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Way out in front of that slider was Reeves. It's 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes and an out. 4-3, the score. Y'all's in front, bottom 5. The pitch. Swung on, line drive past the reaching glove of J.J. Cruz through the left side for a single. That's a 1-out hit here for T.J. Reeves. Now Bobo will bat. Now you would like Phoebe to get through this 5th inning. Just to set up your back end guys, or maybe you can get Ryan Wilkie in for a couple of innings after this one. First pitch to Bobo. Swung on, high fly ball pretty deep into center field. Back on it, Schwartz. Nearing the track, makes the catch. 2 gone. Man, I'll tell you what. For whatever reason, the ball is just not flying these past 2 days here in Florence. Off of that, that looked like it might have a chance, but it just died in the outfield. So Schwartz's path as well. He began back, but then came in on it. And that's a couple of days now with loud contact that's being caught, not anywhere close to the wall. First pitch into Butcher is a strike, 0-1. Thankfully, that time helped the Otters. Last night it didn't. L.J. Jones hit a ball left that almost certainly looked like it was moving, but didn't. The 0-1 swung on, high pop up down the right side. That's going to get well fouled. Counts 0-2. Butcher tonight is 0 for 1. He walked and grounded out. Stevie, right-handed pitcher, sets far first base side of the spot. Ball lead over at first by Reeves. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Phoebe, with his first German-American Bank strikeout of the night, ends the 5th inning. We go to the 6th, 4-3 Florence here on 96.9 WYR on the Odyssey Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812 464 7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Zach Westcott back out here for the top of the sixth. 3 runs across against him for Evansville, an inning ago in the fifth. To see if they have some of the same success here with the bottom of the order due up. It's 6, 7, 8 in Graham Brown, Keenan Taylor, J.J. Cruz. Graham Brown is 1 for 2. He singled his last time, but was out on the bases on a fielder's choice. Brown, right-handed hitter. Westcott sets and fires in. A first pitch ball, a little high, 1-0. Brown, 9 homers in the year, hit that ninth one last night. He was stuck on 7 for quite a while as the 1-0. Swung on and missed, 1-1. But this past week he's gotten 2. Always good to see from him. The beginning of the year was just fortunate. Went on a bit of a skid, but he's back to form. The 1-1 swung on and missed, 1-2. Want your stars playing like stars? Graham Brown is doing that lately. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Westcott, another K, his 4th. There is action for Evansville up in the pin. No one throwing yet. Keenan Taylor stands in on the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to him. Swung on, line drive, up the middle, never mind. Backhanded by Ballard. Throw over to first. It's going to be in time. Oh, my goodness. Michael Ballard on a soft line drive up the middle somehow got to the ball. Backhanded it, one hopper to first. And got it there in time to beat Taylor by about a step and a half. So 2 gone here in the second. Here's J.J. Cruz. First pitch to him is taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Slight pull shift on him. Outfield is straight up though. The pitch. That one is outside as well. It's 2-0. Cruz is 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out so far tonight. Westcott, who's been sharp, fires the 2-0. Swung on, fouled back to the backstop. It's 2-1. Westcott has just attacked the zone. Yes, he doesn't have stuff that's going to blow you away, but he's been pitching for so long. Definitely knows how to use his arsenal. The 2-1 swung on and missed, 2-2. If you get with these veteran guys, just solid outing. Night in, night out. Now he did struggle in Joliet, but man, here in Florence, he has been great. The 2-2. Swung on, popped him up, shallow left. Coming in on it, Brocado, but it's going to drop inside no man's land. And how about that? A softly hit single for J.J. Cruz. So it extends the inning for Cohen Wilbanks, who has himself a 2-hit night. Wilbanks a single and a double. JJ Cruz, slight lead over at first. I mean, not going to most likely steal. Westcott sets, fires into Wilbanks, who takes it for a strike, 0-1. So Wilbanks, with him having a good day, want him up here in this spot. 2 outs. Cruz going on contact, so something that gets in the outfield, maybe slightly in a gap to score. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded to second, fielded by Ballard, go to first. Easy play for out number 3. We now go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3 Florence here, 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Bottom half of the 6th, 4-3 Florence in front. Nolan Thebe still out on the mound here for his second inning of work. No one warming up either, so we'll try and ride him here in this 6th frame. Henry Hunter, Dylan Baker, and Dalen Thompson, the 3-2. Hunter is 1 for 2. A single back in the 2nd. Was stranded on second base in that inning. That was part of the inning where a pitch comes in there for a strike. 0-1. An unearned run was scored against Canning. Next pitch to Hunter. Taken for a strike, outer edge, 0-2. So here in the bottom of the 6th, Evansville well in reach. Just trail by 1, 4-3. After the start of this ball game, that's really all you would want to see. There is action now for Florence in their bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. A little high. On the fastball, it's 1-2 now. So we'll see if Westcott comes out here in the 7th, or they do go to the new arm that is warming up. CB sets. Right-hander fires in the 1-2. Swung on, tapped right back up above the mound. Charging is Brown. Field throws in time for out number 1. Pretty good play there from Graham Brown. Warming up is Jet Lotus in the bullpen for Florence. He was just activated from the injured list today. So we'll see how sharp Lotus looks. He was one of their high leverage guys. Back into the bullpen type arms before he was injured. Here's Dylan Baker. The pitch to him is high. It's 1-0. Again, hasn't been in game action in a minute. He is just coming off a 7-day IL, so he hasn't been gone for a tremendously long time. As the 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled back, 1-1. But for Evansville and their bullpen, still no one throwing. A ball, a strike, and out. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Way out in front of the breaker was Baker. Just 1-2. Phoebe again after that outing we saw in against Lake Erie tonight looks much sharper. Which is good for Evansville because when you have a good Nolan Phoebe, you have just extra high leverage value to use for 1-2. In the dirt, bouncing away from Wilbank, 2-2. Phoebe delivers. Swung on, tapped foul, third base side. So the count stays. Florence team, they scored one in the second, two in the third, one in the fourth, taking advantage of a couple of Evansville errors. They had runners on, they scored them, the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. Evansville scored all three of their runs in the fifth inning off of Westcott, but Westcott worked it. Very clean stick. The rebound. Next one to Baker. Swung on, popped foul again, and that one overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. CB shakes once, now agrees. Sets, hands above the belt. The 2-2 pitch. Cold strike, 3 at the knees. Nolan Phoebe with his second German American Bank strikeout. Brings up the top of the order, and Thompson is 1 for 3. First pitch that he sees is taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Way behind that one was Thompson, and 0-2. Another look at some scores around the league. Washington still up on Lake Erie, 6-2. BB the 0-2 pitch. Swung on a hard line driving to center, coming in on Schwartz, but he has no play and will play it on a hop. Another 2-out single for Thompson. He did that in the fourth and eventually came around to score after a stolen base. Schaumburg, 7, Mississippi 1. Schaumburg looking for a doubleheader sweep of Mississippi today. Gateway beating Windy City 1-0 in the fourth. CB sets and the first pitch into Michael Ballard is taken for a strike, 0-1. Ballard is 1 for 2, a walk, an RBI double for him also. Thompson over at first. He has stolen already tonight. So decent lead for him. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes. Pickoff move, a slow one, so not in time. Phoebe set out of the stretch, the 0-1. That one finds his zone as well. It's 0-2. Ballard plays such a good second base that when his bat is hot, he is such a valuable piece in this Florence puzzle. The 0-2. Swung on, bounce to third. Fielding it is Pierce. Throw to first in time for out number 3. So we now go to the 7th. 4-3 the score. Evansville needs 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. You're listening to 96.9 WIR on the Audio Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812 464 7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812 464 7800.
Top of the seventh, Jet Lotus in the pitch for the Yawls. Lotus again was just activated from the injured list today. See how he does here after Zach Westcott. Another quality start for him, allowing just 3 runs in 6 innings of work. Struck out 4, giving up 6 hits. Lotus this year has been good for Florence. The pitch to Schwartz is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. His last time out against Joliet all the way back on July 13th. He had pitched a scoreless inning, the 0-1. Swung on a high, chop to second, charging Ballard. Bare hand throw to first is in time. Oh my goodness, this guy is putting on a clinic at second base right now. And he is making it look so smooth out there. Against a guy like Ellis Schwartz, who can really run, that is impressive. Here's Dennis Pierce. Pierce 2 for 2, hit by a pitch, an RBI double, and a single for him. The pitch. That one finds his zone. It's 0-1. I'll tell you what, the adjustment from Westcott to Lotus can't be a fun one. Lotus sitting low 90s, the 0-1 pitch. That one's in there, 0-2. Westcott was sitting in 84, 85 range. Then could break off a 60-mile-per-hour breaking ball. And goodness. Here's the 0-2. Down and away on the slider. Try to get a chase, 1-2. Top 7, 4-3 the score. Florence in front. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to Ballard. He's money over there. Throw to first is easy. 2 gone. Brings up L.J. Jones after the first 2 Otters ground out here against Lotus in this inning. There is action up and moving for Evansville in the bullpen. Adrian Montilva up and moving. Pitch to Jones is high, 1-0. So 1-0 pitch, swung on and fouled back, 1-1. Jones was out in front of everything that Westcott was throwing, so maybe this guy maybe more his speed. He's 0 for 2 is Jones. Does have a sacrifice fly, the 1-1. In there, it's 1 and 2. That one really buckled Jones. Looked like he was fooled there on the changeup. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch is outside, 2 and 2 on the fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Loaded, delivers, swung on, fouled off. Loaded likes to work quickly, quicker than Westcott. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it is. Down and away in the dirt. So LJ has gone from 0 and 2 now to 3 and 2. Payoff. Swung on, hard line drive, slicing away from the center fielder, deep to center. Back on it is Thompson, though, and he makes the catch just about the warning track. So a frustrating fly out there for Jones as we end at the top of the 7th to go to the bottom half. 4-3 the score here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Bottom of the 7th here in Florence. The Yalls are winning 4-3 over the Otters. Nolan Thebe still out on the mound. Here, this would be his 3rd inning of work. He faces Anthony Brocato. The pitch is in there. It's 0-1. This is officially the 2nd time through the order for Thebe. He faced Brocato and got him to the line out back in the 4th when he entered. The 0-1 is just low. 1-1. So a ball, a strike, nobody out. 4-3 the score. Y'all's in front. They have out-hit the Otters to the tune of 8-6. The pitch outside. 2-1. Montova is continuing to warm. Looks like he's ready down there. Out in right field in the bullpen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Big swing there from Brocato, who is 1 for 3. Swung on and missed, strike 3. German American Bank strikeout number 3 for Nolan Phoebe. So a nice strikeout there from Nolan Phoebe. Again, his third strikeout here in the seventh. It's Hank Zeisler who is 1 for 3. And looks like that'll do it for Phoebe. They just wanted the matchup with Brocado. They liked it, and Phoebe got the job done. We will now see Adrian Montilla for the first time in quite a while. We'll be right back here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Right now, in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCASA.com.
Adrian Montilla comes in to pitch for Evansville. Man, it feels like we haven't seen him in quite a while. Was finally activated from the 60-day IL just before this road trip. Came on this road trip expecting to see some action, and here he is. We haven't seen him since he made a start all the way back in June. He made 4 starts at the beginning of the year for Evansville to a 4.50 ERA and did look good, but he had been dealing with an oblique issue that turned into something bigger, and now, finally back in action. The first pitch for Zeisler is in for a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Up and in, backing out of the way with Zeisler is 1-1. So a lefty-lefty matchup here with Montilla. Just excited to see how his stuff looks after all this time away. He's been throwing live ABs as the 1-1. Inside, got him on the shoulder. So he lost the fastball up and in there. Been throwing lives for a while. We saw him throw to a couple of Otters hitters during the series against Lake Erie, where he threw about 50 pitches worth of a simulated game. And certainly has the stuff to get hitters out still. See how he does here against TJ Reeves with the runner on first. The pitch. That one missing down and away. 1-0. So right now, just an arm side miss for Montilla through the first just 4 pitches he's thrown. Zeisler at first can steal bases. We'll see if he decides to test Wilbanks. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, but behind the dish and out of play. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. On the year, Zeisler has 10 stolen bases. There's 1 from last night. Decent lead for him. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded to short, should be 2. Cruz flips to second for 1. Turned by Brown is in time by half a step. Boy, close play over at first. TJ Reeves was hustling, but a double play nonetheless. We could now go to the 8th. Evansville trails by 1, 4-3. Here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now, in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Max Whitesell into pitch here in the 8th inning. Whitesell, so far this year in 17 1/3, has only given up 6 runs. He's struck out 12. The walk does seem to be an issue, though. He has 10 walks to the 12 strikeouts. His last time out, 2 innings against Windy City. Gave up a run in those 2 innings, struck out just 1 walking 2. The Wright State alum will face JT Benson here in the 8th. Whitesell with the pitch, taken for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Whitesell sets with his hands above the belt. Deep breath, works out of the stretch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. He's working exclusively out of the stretch. The 0-2. Swung on, pops him up, playable on the infield. Under it is Ballard. He's got this no problem. 1 away. Now Logan Brown. Brown hitless tonight. He's 0 for 3. The pitch. Swung on, hard slicing line drive into center, but Thompson is under it in the left center field makes the catch. So quickly, 2 gone here in the 8th. Now brings up Graham Brown, who's 1 for 3. Brown, right-handed hitter. Whitesell sets, fires in. That one's a strike. 0-1. No one throwing in the Evansville bullpen, so it looks like it'll be Montova in the bottom half of this 8th inning. The pitch, swung on, fouled back. 0-2. Just good to see Montova getting some work, even if it's not starting. Still use him in big spots while you work that pitch count up still. Just don't want to throw him out there to start, only give him 2 innings of work. Innings that really matter here, keeping Evansville in this ballgame. That's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So a slider gets Graham Brown swinging. Whitesell with a strikeout to end to the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom half, 4-3. Florence in front here on 96.9 WYAR and the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812 464 7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Bottom half of the eighth. Montova will face Brendan Bobo here in the eighth. He is 1 for 3 here tonight. Montova faces him lefty the matchup. 2 of the 3 batters he is set to face in this inning are lefties, so this is the part of the lineup you want him against. The pitch to Bobo is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up, playable shallow in right field. Under it is Benson, makes the easy grab for the first out. So quickly, 1 away. And brings up Will Butcher. Butcher is 0 for 2. Walked, grounded out, and struck out. First pitch he sees is up and away for a ball, 1-0. Montova looking good. Stuff still what you saw early in the year. Even though early in the year still ramping up, only 4 starts in, the 1-0. Swung on a fly ball again and again, playable in medium deep right field. Benson makes the second catch for the second out of the inning. 2 away here in the 8th. So Montova working quickly. 4-3 the score here in the 8th frame. Now Henry Hunter is the second left-handed batter of the inning. Second lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch is high. The one thing that maybe hasn't been working great for Montova is the control on the fastball. Missed it high and to the arm side. So 1-0. Inside on the fast one, 2-0. Which against lefties, especially ones who crowd the plate like Henry Hunter is, not a great miss to be having. 2-0 pitch. That's a breaker in there, 2-1. But the breaking ball has looked good. Again, part of the fastball just getting back in the swing of things. Adrenaline's running. Obviously, it's hard to simulate a game situation, though. 2-1 is a strike. 2-2. And you can try it as hard as you want. Live AB, simulated games, but nothing quite like pitching in a true competitive situation in late innings like this. Only a 1-run game. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled right to the third base dugout. He was way late on that fastball. Somehow fouled it off. Count stays. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on soft, tapper to the right side of the mound. Charging is Brown. Glove flip to first, in time and on the money. Graham Brown, a nice play here to end the 8th inning. Evansville tries to come back in the 9th. We go to the top half. 4-3 the score here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Top half of the ninth, it'll be Keenan Taylor, J.J. Cruz, and Cohen Wilbanks. The three due up again. Evansville trails by 1, 4-3. 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. But man, just to extend this ball game, you need to score that one run. Keenan Taylor, the batter, he's hitless, 0 for 3 on the night. Max Whitesell still the pitcher, and the first pitch is outside, 1-0. Evansville scored 3 in the fifth, but not gotten anything across in any other frame. The pitch swung on, popped up foul into the seats. It's 1-1. Whitesell works with his hands above the belt out of the stretch. Fires. Swung on, popped foul again by Taylor, and it's 1-2. The pitch swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Baker. Throw to first, and there's one away. Now J.J. Cruz, the batter, and the first pitch to him is swung on and missed, 0-1. Cruz 1 for 3. Florence looking for their 30th win of the year. If Whitesell is able to close this one out, it would be a 6-out save for him. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. Whitesell kick fires, gets to the backstop, and it's 2-1 now. Cohen Wilbanks on deck. The pitch swung on, fly ball in the center, fairly shallow. Could be in no man's land. Back on it, the shortstop Baker makes the catch over the shoulder for the second out. Really impressive play there from Dylan Baker, ranging the shortstop position all the way out in right center. And now the Otters down to their last out, and Cohen Wilbanks is it. Wilbanks is 2 for 3. He's hit well this week. this weekend, I should say, since being activated. The pitch swung on, bang foul, and so on. Got his first extra base hit of the season, and the fifth. Why not the first homer? Would certainly be a big one. Score 4-3, top of the ninth, 2 away. Will Banks, left-handed hitter, catching today. Caught yesterday as well. And the pitch in there, and it's 0-2. Otters now down to the last strike. Florence looking for another win and a series win here at home. White cell set. And the 0-2 to Will Banks is high, 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on, popped him foul to the left side, but it gets onto the concourse. Tomorrow, it'll be a 12:07 start time, Central. 1:07 here in Florence on Eastern time. The 1-2 inside, and it's 2-2. Will Banks thinks it hit him, and the home plate umpire says it didn't. And now there's going to be some barking from the Evansville dugout. Here comes Andy McCauley, slowly making his way in from third. And they ask both corner umpires. They say it didn't. So it'll be 2-2. And the pitch to Will Banks is taken outside for a ball, 3-2. So counts full with 2 gone, top of the ninth. Otters trail by 1. Base is empty. Will Banks the last hope. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Whitesell strikes out. Cohen Will Banks his second strikeout of the night to end this one and get himself a 6-out save. When we come back, we'll talk more about it on the Papa John's postgame show. The final 4-3. Yo, 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
Papa John's post-game show. The final 4-3 here in Florence. Florence with the win over the Otters. A tough one here for Evansville in this one where they got 3 runs in the fifth, but couldn't really find an answer to the bullpen or Westcott early. And Florence taking advantage of a couple of Evansville errors in the early stages, taking the lead and not quite giving it up throughout the ball game. They scored a 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. For Florence, it was a good start from Zach Westcott. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, walking 2, striking out 4. Cohen Wilbanks for Evansville. Boy, he had a good day today. Went 2 for 4, his first extra base hit. He had a double and a single. Also a good day from Dennis Pierce, who went 2 for 3 with an RBI. LJ Jones, the other RBI, that came on a sacrifice fly out to right. Then the third run was scored on a wild pitch when Dennis Pierce came in. That's pretty much it offensively for Evansville. Just another one of those games where they were in it the entire way, just couldn't find a way to get the job done. And that's kind of been what it has been the whole year, and it's just a real struggle for this team to find wins on the road, and really it is right now. So Evansville will fall now to 24-47. Florence getting their 30th one of the year, 30-39. Tomorrow these two teams play at 12:07 p.m. Central, 1:07 here in Florence, Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining me here on this Saturday night. Appreciate you so much for listening. Again, stay tuned tomorrow. Not the same time, but the same place. Here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network. And as always, have a good night.